Welcome to Tech Friday, the podcast about this week's hottest tech insights, hosted by a team of technology experts from Zfort Group. We share exclusive content on artificial intelligence, big data, AR, VR, and blockchain, and watch how these emerging technologies transform businesses and lives. We'll be sharing exclusive content received from closed tech communities, paid mail shots, other exclusive podcasts, and mass media.
AI now can reveal your sarcasm, or maybe not. While people are used to paying attention to the tone and meaning of the words that have been heard, developed AI-based algorithms are being taught to detect connections between words themselves and to see the irony and intentional lies. Now, intelligence officers and agencies are ready to prove the ability of artificial intelligence to detect the human art of sarcasm. The tool, funded in part by the U.S. military, lets them analyze the social media content, including comments, posts, forum talks, while ignoring posts that shouldn't be taken seriously. A couple of scientists from the University of Central Florida conclude the following. Certain words in specific combinations can be a predictable indicator of sarcasm in a social media post, even if there isn't much context. To simplify, there are some words, triggers, that get more attention from the system and help it to identify sarcasm. Thus, words as just, again, totally, or exclamation mark make it easier to recognize the suggestion of sarcasm in text. The algorithm learning-based datasets include posts from social networks such as Twitter and Reddit, dialogues and headlines from The Onion and other news sources. So we have here one of the most difficult forms of communication. Moreover, we're dealing with a text format which eliminates the voice cues. How can an algorithm handle this? Obviously, only neural networks can handle this. In a nutshell, AI is trained to give more weight to some words than to others, depending on what other words appear nearby. Practical significance is in helping the military to understand what's happening in key areas where they might be operating. The work was supported by DARPA, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. They initiated and launched the program to seek a deeper and more quantitative understanding of adversaries' use of the global information environment. Scientists are now trying to take into account all the results of previous attempts to recognize human emotions. In previous releases of the podcast, we have been discussing the brightest of them. This attempt was preceded by a more in-depth study, which improved on the previous ones. The main difference lies in the approach to the search for trigger words. Earlier algorithms were developed to seek words suggesting specific emotions or even emojis. As a result, they skipped expressions that did not contain them. Consequently, most sarcasm comments were skipped. Neural networks were also used before and tend to perform better. However, it was still impossible to define for sure how the neural network reached the conclusion that it reached. Finally, research has gone a little further and AI has come to understand us a little better. What challenge will be next in this direction? Is it possible to teach algorithms how to analyze slang and spoken words soon? Can it also predetermine the mentality of the commentator depending on his remarks? And on a more personal level, do you think the AI can detect your sarcasm?
Thanks for listening. Join us next week to discuss the latest tech stories, trends, and insights. Be sure to subscribe now to stay on top of the world's tech community news with Zfort Group.